Rockstar Games has announced that it will be kicking off pre-orders for the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6 on June 25th. Pre-orders will be live on the digital stores on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, and players who want to get their hands on physical copies will find it available at, quote, other select retailers. Along with this, the studio has also unveiled the official cover art for Grand Theft Auto 6. The cover art sticks to the tradition of the Grand Theft Auto franchise, with a giant logo in the middle, flanked by panels showcasing various vehicles, characters, creatures, and scenes that will likely end up encountering throughout the game's story. We also get an in-game look at GTA 6's open world, and it looks absolutely insane. The glowing coastline, city skyline, port activity, distant landmarks, and sunset lighting make Leonida feel less like a backdrop and more like a living, breathing state. This is the kind of shot that instantly reminds you why Rockstar's open worlds hit differently. With pre-orders slated to go live soon, we're also likely going to see more marketing for Grand Theft Auto 6, which might also include a brand new trailer with scenes we haven't seen before. We will also likely get to see more details about the game itself, including whether it will feature its own version of Grand Theft Auto Online right at launch, or if Rockstar Games will need some more time to finish it, as it did with the previous incarnation of the online game. Just last month, CEO of parent company Take-Two Interactive, Strauss Zelnick, had spoken about kicking off marketing for Grand Theft Auto 6 in the summer. While he didn't quite commit to a solid schedule, he said that, quote, when it's summertime, Rockstar expects to start marketing GTA 6. Now, interestingly, rumors had started back in May about pre-orders for Grand Theft Auto 6 having started at US retailer Best Buy. In an interview with Bloomberg, however, Zelnick said that this was simply not the case, and that the title is still on track for its November 19th release date on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Curiously, Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive have remained quiet about the potential PC version's release. When asked about this by Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, Zelnick said that the company wanted to focus on console players, which it considers its core audience. Quote, Rockstar always starts on console because I think with regard to a release like that, you're judged by serving the core, Zelnick said. Quote, like really serving the core consumer. If your core consumer isn't there, if they're not served first and best, you kind of don't hit your other customers. When asked about whether there was a deal with Sony to delay the PC release, Zelnick said, quote, no. I mean, historically, Rockstar's gone to console first. Rockstar Games has a history of focusing on console releases before eventually bringing its games to PC. We saw this most recently with Red Dead Redemption 2, which first came out on PS4 and Xbox One in 2018, before eventually coming to PC in 2019. Similarly, even Grand Theft Auto 5 was released on PS3 and Xbox 360 in 2013, before coming to PC in 2015.
Here we go!
Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has also spoken to GamesIndustry.biz about how Grand Theft Auto 6's marketing campaigns aren't going to follow the same route as its predecessor. Purchasing network television slots, for instance, is not on the radar, so don't expect many commercials. But Zelnick's assertion only raises more questions than answers, in our opinion. Quote, I've been asked by investors whether we need to spend marketing dollars given the scale of the intellectual property and its reach and sentiment. And the answer is, of course, we need to market it. You can still, quote, a very significant, broad-based marketing campaign that reflects where audiences and attention are today. But don't expect it to mirror how the company marketed Grand Theft Auto 5. Quote, 13 years ago, we were still buying network television. We won't be buying a lot of network television, says Zelnick.
Nothing looks more suspicious in America than someone who's actually prepared to make something.
What that broad-based campaign could entail is anybody's guess at this moment, but it isn't the only question on our minds. The next trailer's release date is one that we think a lot of you are curious about. We're quite interested to see how fans eagerly waiting for news about this year's biggest blockbuster will interpret what Zelnick has then said. The upcoming release of GTA 6 has thrown the industry into a strange kind of scramble. Several major AAA games are already clustering around earlier windows. Just look at how packed September is, seemingly trying to get out of the way before Rockstar's behemoth then arrives. It wouldn't be surprising if a few more dates shift around in the months ahead, either to avoid direct competition or reduce the risk of sales cannibalization. But not everyone is running from GTA 6. Some studios are taking a much bolder approach, and S-Game appears to be one of them. We were first to admit that we were bummed about the delay to Phantom Blade Zero's September release to late October, and we share your concerns about it potentially being overshadowed by the behemoth that is Grand Theft Auto 6. However, it looks like it's business as usual over at S-Game, with director Quile Leong telling PC Gamer that the team, quote, didn't think about the competition, but has focused its efforts on releasing a polished experience and is using the extra time to fix more bugs and do more optimizations to avoid a huge day one patch. Quote, many people may think we have some marketing strategy to move it from the overcrowded September, and some are very worried that it's closer to November. We don't think about any of this. We only think about the quality of the product itself. I don't think competition can influence much the success of a work. Only the product itself matters. So I would say 99% of the decision was about development. It is a bold approach, to be sure, but we previously talked about how this one could be a strong contender amongst a sea of great releases this year thanks to a combat and traversal loop that's high on style and substance. It's indeed heartening to see a newer developer go about it this route without worrying about how Rockstar's reputation has preceded it enough to scare off a bunch of other studios, forcing them into a limited earlier release window for what could be very good games. All of this points to one major takeaway. GTA 6 now looks increasingly locked for its November 19th release date. After months of uncertainty, speculation, and delay anxiety, that alone should come as a massive release to fans who've been waiting for concrete news on the game like nothing else. Once pre-orders go live, we'll likely learn a lot more about pricing, additions, bonuses, and whatever premium versions Rockstar and Take-Two have planned. And honestly, that is probably going to spark an entire discourse of its own. Will GTA 6 stick to the standard AAA price point, or will Rockstar push higher and test the waters with something closer to $100? Well, that remains to be seen, but for now, the bigger story is simple. GTA 6 finally seems to be on track, and for millions of players, that is the news they've been waiting to hear.
And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at GamingBolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.